Still counting sheep. Tap these 3 points. The viral senior sleep hack. Did you know that the harder you try to sleep, the more awake your brain becomes? It sounds backwards, doesn't it? But for millions of older adults, bedtime has turned into a quiet struggle. You lie there for hours, body exhausted, mind wide awake, wondering why something so natural now feels impossible. Maybe you've tried warm milk, sleeping pills, soft music, yet nothing truly works. And worse, you start to feel like sleep is slipping further away with each passing year. But here's the good news. There's a simple, natural way to calm your nervous system, and it starts with just your fingertips. In this video, I'll show you a gentle 3-point tapping method that's been changing the way seniors fall asleep. Without pills, without pressure. Before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching this from, and what time is it right now? Even the smallest detail of your day matters, so feel free to share in the comments below. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future tips that bring your evenings back to peace. What really happens to our sleep after 60? Most people assume it's just part of getting older, but the truth is deeper and far more complex than it seems. You see, after we pass 60, our body slowly begins to lose something called slow-wave sleep, the deep restorative stage of rest that helps the brain clean itself, store memories, and reset emotionally. This stage is like the deep cleaning crew of your brain, and when it doesn't show up as often, things begin to feel foggy, slow, or unsteady the next day. That's why many seniors say, "I slept 8 hours, but I still woke up feeling drained." Because without enough deep sleep, the body stays tired and the brain never really shuts off. Now add to that another change. Most people don't talk about the way our nervous system becomes more sensitive with age. After 60, your sympathetic nervous system, the part that helps you respond to stress, becomes a bit too eager. Even small concerns like a missed doctor's appointment or a noise outside at night can trigger a wave of alertness that lingers in the background, quietly keeping your body on guard. It's like your brain is sleeping with one eye open just in case. And over time, this constant readiness starts wearing you down night after night. Let me tell you about Helen, a 72-year-old widow from Michigan, who shared her story with me. She started using melatonin supplements every evening because she couldn't fall asleep on her own. At first, they seemed to work. She'd doze off within half an hour. But just a few weeks later, the magic wore off. She was waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., her mind racing, her body tense. She told me, "It's like the pills gave up on me, and I had no backup plan." And that's the problem many people face. When sleep becomes a struggle, we try quick fixes: a pill, a warm drink, a bit of background music, hoping something will click. But deep down, your body isn't asking for tricks. It's asking for something safer, more stable, a new kind of signal that says you're safe now. It's okay to rest. The domino effect of poor sleep is real. One night of tossing and turning might not seem like much, but night after night it starts adding up. Your blood pressure rises, your memory starts slipping, your mood dips lower than usual, and then of course sleep becomes even harder to find. It's a cycle that leaves many older adults exhausted, frustrated, and quietly scared that this is just the way it is now. But here's something I want you to remember. This isn't your fault. You haven't failed at sleep. Your body has simply changed, and now it needs a new way of feeling calm again. And the good news is, that new way doesn't have to come from medication. It can come from something gentle, something simple. Like a soft tap between your eyebrows, or a slow breath in a quiet room, or a small nighttime ritual that tells your nervous system you're home. You can let go, because no matter your age, your body still remembers how to sleep. It just needs the right kind of reminder. And that reminder might be much easier than you ever thought. Let's start with the very first point, and perhaps the most powerful one, right between your eyebrows. Now, this small area may not look like much, but I like to call it the pause button for your brain, because when your thoughts are spinning late at night, when questions keep popping up, did I take my pills? What if the blood test is bad? Did I forget to call my daughter back? This is the place that quietly holds it all together. And gently tapping right here is like walking up to your mind and saying, no more questions tonight. You can rest now. You see, just behind that spot, about an inch above the bridge of your nose, lies the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for logic, decision-making, and planning. It's also the part that often refuses to turn off, especially for older adults who've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Always thinking, always solving, always on. But sleep isn't something you solve. Sleep is something you surrender to. Now imagine this. You're sitting in your chair at the end of the day. The lights are soft, the TV is off, and the room is quiet. You place your index finger right between your eyebrows and just tap, gently, slowly, like knocking softly on a door that leads to peace. With each tap, imagine the lights in your mind dimming. One by one, the to-do lists fade, the memories soften, the worries begin to melt. This isn't magic. It's biology, and it's beautiful. Tapping this spot activates calming nerve pathways and signals your nervous system to shift from alert to relax. In scientific terms, it nudges your body from sympathetic mode, that's fight or flight, into parasympathetic mode, the place where healing, digestion, and deep rest happen. I've shared this technique with many seniors, and they often tell me the same thing. It felt strange at first, but then something shifted. My heart slowed down. My chest softened. And for once, my mind stopped talking. And that's when sleep becomes possible. Because sleep doesn't come when we chase it. It comes when we finally become still. So here's how you can try it tonight. Sit quietly in your bed or in your favorite chair. Take a slow breath in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it gently for 2. Then breathe out through your mouth for 6 seconds. While breathing, use your index finger to tap that spot between the eyebrows, just slightly above center. Tap for 30 to 60 seconds. No pressure, just presence. Let your thoughts drift like clouds. Don't force them away. Just let them fade. Many people describe it as a soft click, like the mind realizing, oh, I don't need to keep going right now. And the more you do it, the more your brain learns this cue. It becomes a signal, a habit, a ritual. One that gently reminds your whole body, you are safe. You are done for the day. You can let go now. No machines, no pills. Just your breath, your touch, and a moment of kindness to yourself. Now let's move to the second point, one that holds more tension than most people realize. It's the soft area on either side of your forehead, right above your cheekbones, known as your temples. I like to call this place the pressure valve, because when life builds up inside you, this is often where it leaks out first. Think about your day. You read the news, squint at your phone, bite your tongue during tough conversations. You smile when you're tired. You stay polite when you feel overwhelmed. All of that quiet effort, it gathers right here in your temples, in your jaw, and behind your eyes. This isn't just a poetic idea. According to the Mayo Clinic, the temple region is packed with tiny blood vessels and nerve endings. It's one of the most sensitive zones on your head, which makes it a prime location for holding emotional and physical stress. And for many older adults, this pressure builds without warning until it shows up as evening headaches, shallow sleep, or that heavy, tired feeling behind your eyes. Let me tell you about James, a 74-year-old veteran from Ohio. For months, he believed his headaches were from eye strain. He tried new glasses, better lighting, even eye drops, but nothing helped. Then one evening, his wife gently rubbed his temples while he was resting in his recliner, and something shifted. He said it felt like someone had slowly let the air out of a balloon he didn't know he was holding. That night, he slept better than he had in weeks. You see, when we gently tap or massage the temples, we send a message to the brain and body. It's safe to let go. This action improves local circulation, relaxes the small muscles around the eyes and jaw, and calms the trigeminal nerve, one of the main nerve pathways related to facial tension and sleep. It also tells the body to release its grip, not just physically, but emotionally too. Here's a simple way you can try it. Sit comfortably, shoulders relaxed, feet grounded. Close your eyes if that feels good. Place your middle fingers gently on your temples, just behind the corner of each eye. Now begin to tap, not hard, just a light, steady rhythm. Count slowly to 10, then pause. Take a breath in through your nose, hold, and breathe out through your mouth. While tapping, you can also soften other parts of your face. Unclench your jaw. Let your lower lip hang just a little. Drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. You may notice a surprising release, as if your whole face just sighed with relief. Some people say this moment feels like whispering to their own thoughts. You don't need to solve everything tonight. You can be quiet now. This isn't about shutting off your brain. It's about giving it permission to rest, to stop scanning, solving, and analyzing, especially after a long day. And when the tension in your temples eases, it's not just your head that relaxes, it's your chest, your breath, your nervous system. Your entire body begins to remember what it feels like to be peaceful. So tonight, before you go to bed, give your temples a little tap, a gentle invitation to release what you've been carrying. You don't have to fix the world before you sleep. Sometimes all your body needs is a quiet signal that says you've done enough. You're safe now. Now let's move to the third and final point, and in many ways the one we overlook the most. It's the base of your neck, right where your spine meets your skull. I like to call this area the hidden backpack, because it's where we carry stress we don't even realize we're holding. You might not notice it during the day, but maybe you wake up with a tight neck, or a dull heaviness behind your eyes, or that feeling like your shoulders are permanently creeping up toward your ears. These are signs that tension has been quietly building night after night, thought after thought, in the place where your body protects its most delicate connection, your brainstem. This area holds more responsibility than most of us know. Right at the base of your neck runs the vagus nerve, a powerful nerve that touches almost every major organ in your body. It helps slow your heart rate, calm digestion, and guide your body out of stress mode. In fact, when the vagus nerve is soothed, it sends out a message to the entire system. You're safe. You can rest now. But when this area stays tight from years of stress, poor posture, or even old injuries, it becomes harder for that calming message to get through. Circulation to the brain is reduced. Oxygen flow becomes shallow. And sleep, it turns light, broken, and unrewarding. Let me tell you about Lisa, a 69-year-old grandmother from Colorado. She told me she'd often wake up with stiff shoulders and a sore neck, even after 8 hours in bed. She thought it was just aging until her daughter suggested trying a simple tapping routine before bed. Lisa started tapping the base of her neck each night, right where her skull curves down into her shoulders. Just 1 minute. No pressure, no force, just breath and touch. After a few days, she noticed something strange. Her mornings felt lighter. The tightness had eased. And more than that, she described it beautifully. It felt like I took off a backpack I didn't know I was wearing. That's the kind of release we're looking for. And here's how you can try it too. Sit upright in a chair with your shoulders soft and relaxed. Place your middle ring and pinky fingers behind your head, just under the ridge of your skull. Begin to tap gently from one side to the other, tracing the curve of your neck. Think of it like building a little bridge from left to right, then back again. Do this for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing slowly through your nose, exhaling softly through your mouth. While you tap, imagine tension leaving your body like steam rising from a warm cup of tea. Picture your shoulders softening, your breath deepening, and your chest expanding with ease. You may feel a warm release or simply a sense of stillness. And remember this, when this point softens, the rest of your body often follows. Because this isn't just about sleep. It's about learning how to let go of what you've carried all day or even all your life. This simple ritual, done gently with care, gives your nervous system a chance to reset. And with it, you may find not only better sleep, but a better morning waiting on the other side. Sleep is not something we flip on like a light switch. It doesn't respond to commands or arrive just because we're tired. For older adults especially, sleep becomes something we must gently invite, not demand. Think of sleep like a boat drifting toward a quiet shore. You can't force it to land, but you can guide it slowly by calming the waters around it. And that's what a nighttime ritual does. It helps your body recognize that the day is ending and it's time to let go. Science calls this sleep hygiene, but I prefer the word ritual because a ritual is meaningful. It's not just about habit, it's about care, intention, and respect for your body's rhythm. And after the age of 60, that rhythm can become more delicate. You see, your brain depends on external signals to know when it's time to rest. Soft lighting, warm temperature, slower breathing. These are the gentle cues that tell your nervous system you're safe now. But when we flood our evenings with bright lights, loud news, and endless scrolling, our brain gets mixed messages and sleep stays far away. One powerful signal is light. Researchers have found that bright light, especially from screens, suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. That's why dimming the lights at least 45 minutes before bed can help restore your natural sleep-wake cycle. And instead of watching the news, which often stirs up worry, try listening to soft rain sounds or gentle instrumental music. Even better, choose brainwave music like theta frequencies designed to calm your mind. Another signal is breath. When you slow your breathing, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest and recovery. Try the 4-2-6 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale slowly for 6. This longer exhale tells your body we're not in danger. We can relax now. And perhaps most importantly, create a message, a personal one, that you whisper to yourself every night. It doesn't have to be long, just a phrase of kindness and closure. Something like, I did enough today. I am safe to rest. That one sentence repeated each night becomes a comforting bridge between wakefulness and sleep. Because when we treat sleep as a sacred moment, not a task to complete, we begin to feel the difference in how we rest and how we rise. Now that we've explored the tapping points and the science behind restful sleep, let's bring it all together into one gentle nightly routine. Not a long checklist, not something strict or difficult, just 5 soft steps like little lanterns guiding you toward deeper rest. You can think of this as a quiet ritual, something you gift to yourself at the end of each day. The first step is to turn off blue light. That means your phone, tablet, television, or any bright screen that tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. You see, the human brain responds strongly to blue spectrum light. It suppresses melatonin, the very hormone that signals it's time to sleep. So try switching off screens at least 45 minutes before bed and instead sit in soft yellow light or near a dim lamp. Even candlelight can be calming. This small shift helps your inner clock return to its natural rhythm. The second step is to sip something warm. A cup of water with a spoonful of raw honey can be surprisingly powerful. That touch of natural sugar supports serotonin, which then converts into melatonin, helping your brain settle. And the warmth itself, it relaxes your digestive system and signals safety from the inside out. Some people prefer herbal tea or warm milk, and that's fine too. Just avoid caffeine or alcohol, which disrupts sleep more than they help. The third step is breathing, but not just any kind of breathing. Use the 4-2-6 method. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale for 6. This longer exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of you that says it's okay to rest. Just a few rounds can slow your heartbeat and soften your chest. It's like giving your whole body permission to stop pushing. The fourth step is tapping the 3 points: your brow, your temples, and the base of your neck. You already know how powerful these simple gestures can be. They send a direct message to your nervous system that the day is done and sleep is safe. You can do all 3 in less than 3 minutes. Gentle pressure, soft breathing, a still mind. And finally, the fifth step is to simply lie down. Not with expectation, not with effort, but with surrender. You don't need to force sleep to come. You just need to create the space for it to arrive. As one wise person once said, sleep doesn't come when you chase it, it comes when you stop chasing everything else. Try this full ritual for 7 nights in a row. Not as a test, but as an offering, something you do for yourself. Each night, your body will remember a little more. Each morning, you may begin to feel a little lighter, a little clearer, a little more whole. I hope tonight's video reminded you of something important, that even when sleep feels far away, your body still holds the wisdom to rest and recover. With just a few gentle touches, a slower breath, and a bit of care, you can send a powerful message to your mind. You're safe. You can let go now. Sometimes that's all we need, not more effort, but more kindness. If something in this video helped you feel seen or gave you a new idea to try, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to share your thoughts below or simply type the word hope in the comments as a quiet promise to yourself that better nights are possible. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, tap the little bell for gentle reminders, and maybe share it with someone you care about. You never know whose night you might brighten. Wishing you peaceful evenings, soft dreams, and mornings that feel like sunlight warming your favorite chair. Sleep well and take good care of yourself.